Hello everyone, my name is Jammers and today we're going to be playing Metroid Fusion. Alright, so let's get started with it. Unfortunately, Chaotic is not going to be with me on this one, but let's have fun anyway. The reason why we're playing Metroid Fusion first is not only is we both decided to play this game, but but this game is very close to my heart. I really enjoy this game series. This game series is actually one of my favorites. My favorite Metroid games series is Metroid Prime. And hopefully later on I'm going to get the right equipment so I can record it and we'll do a playthrough of that one. But this one is, I really enjoy this one because it has a really good in-depth story and it just for a Game Boy Advance game, this is a very great game to have fun with. I thoroughly enjoy this one, as I said before. So, to summarize what's going on so far is Samus has just been infected by an X parasite, and now she's just getting the full effects of what's happening to her by the X. So she's gonna crash into the asteroid point. Oh no! And you know, for a Game Boy Advance game, this is, I mean, look at the visuals on here. This is pretty good for its time. And think about it. I mean, the Game Boy Advance was only like this big. So it's, for a Game Boy Advance game, it's really good. So, and when I first played this, I didn't quite understand. I knew that they were taking parts away from her, so because the X parasites were infecting part of her suits. But in just a moment, this what really confused me about when I first started. They're gonna give her a serum that had the baby Metroid that she got from the planet SR388 the first time she went, which was in, if you guys don't know, it was in the second game for Metroid, which was Return of Samus. She went to planet SR388 and got rid of all the Metroids, but one. So I thought it was really good, kinda. This lore part was really nice in showing that the Metroids were not only designed, you know, were not only used by the pirates, but the Chozo made sure that they had multiple uses. And what really confused me was her suit. Why did it change that way? Because I know it was from the Metroid vaccine, but it never occurred or was brought out that her suit was symbiotic and it changed. I thought it showed in some of the games that it just came to her when she called for it, but it's not a Venom suit if I would call it something like that. But it really puzzled me. I was like, why did it change that way? Did the Metroids know? I mean, did the Chozo know that if she had Metroid DNA that it could change her suit? You know, it's just strange. And you know, they haven't. This is actually last in the Metroid saga of timeline. This happens last before all the other games, so they haven't really fully gone into what happens to her after this. So we're now at the station B.S.L, Biological Space Labs, And we are now in the main area. And there's been an explosion in the quarantine bay. Another reason why I really like this game is it still holds true to the Metroid type games, especially for the Super Nintendo and the Game Boy. It's a good size side scroller shooter, as I like to call it, but I mean it's a great adventure game. And the way I'm going to be playing this game is all through memory. So if I miss energy tanks and missile tanks and power bomb tanks, please forgive me. I'm doing this all from memory. So if I'm able to get this all in one go, awesome. But you know, unfortunately, I'm not going to be doing 100%. I'll try to do 100%, but I'm not guaranteeing anything. So our objective is to go to this place here, the navigation room. Alright. Alright. Whoa. Man, big explosion happened here or something. Okay, if it's not your first instinct to go up to one of these things, don't worry about it. They're gonna explain it in a moment of, like, oh my goodness, that was an X-Parasite, that's not good. But it's gonna explain one of the good things about this game, about the X-Parasites now. It said that the experiments that were brought over were infected with X's. Gelatinous. That's a funny way to put X's. Flying gelatinous. Because when I think of gelatinous, I think of the blob. So, I mean, it's the same thing, but the word itself just makes me chuckle inside. Please forgive me. There's going to be a lot of that here. So, now, the X's, since I have the vaccine, I can't get infected anymore. And actually, in fact, I can get health restored and missiles restored by absorbing X's now. So that's freaking awesome. Alright. There's something happening, and I got 10% battle chance. Thanks for the vote of confidence, computer. So now level 0 hatches are unlocked. And those are the silver glowing ones. Oh, that's a weird looking zombie. Yeah, those are technically zombies, but that's a weird design choice, in my opinion, that they went with. It's kind of like a goo-ish zombie, but I mean, it's a good first enemy that you come up with. I mean, they're not hard to beat. All they do is zoom on the floor if you get too close to them. see, the story in this is really great. I really enjoy this. I know I'm saying this probably a bit over and over, but I really like it. It shows a somewhat in-depth, but not too in-depth story. So we get a good backstory of Samus before she was a bounty hunter. So that's good, but it doesn't show too much. So, I mean, they could have been hinting at something that could have followed this game. But we haven't got anything that followed this game yet. Yeah, there's been many that came out after this game, but in the lore timeline, nothing has gone past Metroid Fusion yet. Alright, huge biosigns. That can't be good. Right. Alright, through this way, skip the zombie. Here we go. Dismiss the tank. And this one right here. So we're already pretty good prepared for the boss that's right here. And this thing is always so nice. Alright, gives us a red one, which refills our health and our missiles. Get it. 2 energy tanks here. Yes, 2 energy tanks. So now we've increased our battle percentage. Thanks, stupid computer. Alright, here's this weird thing. Right. Don't have to do a lot of conserving, because if we really do need any parasites to fill our stuff, we can just do this fairly easy. Just pop out more parasites to refill our health and whatnot. And when absorbing this, it'll give us our health and missiles back, but not completely. It's not a red X parasite, but it is a good health and missile booster. Alright. More zombies. Now we can go in here. Recharge room. Didn't really need to go in there, but Oh, great. Now the breeding environment is broken. You know, for a semi-intelligent species like the X, you know, if they did sabotage it, I mean, they're kinda on a destructive pattern here that could eventually destroy the entire station, the entire ecosystem that the lab has built. So, I mean, it seems a bit silly for me. Alright, I'm going to stop it here for now. Thank you all for watching Metroid Fusion. Stay tuned for the next part.